In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve system of equations using multiplication. If you're given a system of equation 2x plus 3y equals 20 and x plus 2y equals 11, there's no way to add or subtract these to where one variable would cancel out. What we can do is multiply the second equation by 2, and then we'd have 2x on the bottom and 2x on the top. So if we multiply this equation by 2, carrying both of them over, we're going to get 2x plus 3y equals 20, because we did nothing to the top, but the bottom multiplied by 2, we're going to get 2x plus 2 times 2y would be 4y equals 11 times 2, which is 22. Now all we need to do is subtract the two equations. 2x minus 2x is 0x, which is just 0. 3y minus 4y is a negative 1y. And 20 minus 22 is a negative 2. So we can say that negative y equals negative 2, or y equals 2. Now that we have what y is, we can solve for x. We can plug this 2 either into the first equation or the second equation. Let's go ahead and do the second equation. So now we're going to have that x plus 2 times 2 equals 11. And that's going to be x plus 4 equals 11. All we need to do is subtract 4 from both sides to isolate the x. And we're going to get that x equals 7. So our answer to this system of equations would be 7, 2. X is 7 and y is 2. And we can multiply this equation by 2 because when we multiply the entire thing, we're not changing the values of x or y. Since everything is being changed by a magnitude of 2, x and y will still be the same values. This is a problem also where if you wanted to, you could divide by 2 to the top. However, if you do divide by 2 on the top, you will have to wind up dealing with a decimal in the y, but your 2x would go to x and your 20 would go to 10. And then with x, you could just subtract. But multiplication is a lot easier than division. But if you ever recognize that you have whole numbers that are all divisible by the same number, division is also good to simplify it. In some cases, such as this system of equations, we're going to have to multiply the top and the bottom by some number to get the variables to cancel out. Say I want to cancel out the y's. Well, 3 and 2 do not go into each other evenly, but they both go into 6 evenly. So for the top, we would multiply everything by 2 to get to 6, and the bottom, we would multiply everything by 3. So our new system of equations is going to be 8x plus 6y equals 22. We can go ahead, instead of multiplying the bottom by positive 3, if we multiply it by a negative 3, that will give us a negative 6y, and we can just add the equations together. So let's try doing that. Negative 3 times 6 will give us a negative 18x. Negative 3 times 2y will give us a negative 6y. And negative 3 times 14 will give us a negative 42. So now, let's add these two equations together. Eight plus negative 18 is going to be a negative 10x. 6y plus negative 6y is going to be 0. And 22 plus a negative 42 is going to be a negative 20. So we're going to have that negative 10x equals negative 20. Now we just simply divide by negative 10 to get the x by itself. We're going to get that x is equal to a positive 2. Now we can plug this positive 2 into the top equation or the bottom equation. So let's go ahead and do the top. We're going to have 4 times 2 plus 3y equals 11. That's going to be 8 plus 3y equals 11. Subtract 8 from both sides, and we're going to get that 3y is equal to 3. Divide by 3 to get the y by itself, and we're going to get that y is equal to 1. So our solution to this system is 2, 1.